We're going to be joined right now by our political panel. Kimberly Agoin, attorney and talk show host at VON, sorry.
Yes, and Pat Brady is the former Illinois GOP chairman. So we first like to talk about the governor's race. Darren Bailey, he's been close to Chicago in those suburbs, talking specifically to his base when he talks about now trying to stop vaccine mandates for schools. And Governor Pritzker has been downstate for a lot of the day, really focusing on areas outside of Chicago. So Kimberly, first to you, what do you think about this strategy in the last few hours before we hit Election Day? Is there anything specifically you think they should be focusing on?
Well, I think that in the case of this election, I think that the governor in particular wants to make sure he leaves no votes on the board, which would mean that's why he would go downstate. He wants to try to eat into those areas that would otherwise go to the Republican, usually in a gubernatorial race or any race of this nature. Most of the counties, we've got 102 counties, and usually 101 go to the Republican nominee. But in this case, the Republican has been kind of far right on that, so there is an opportunity for the governor to definitely pick up some votes from people who are far more moderate than what Darren Bailey is offering. There is a lot of uncertainty around this. Polls are all over the place on it. I will say I went to the rally yesterday that Governor Pritzker did hold for Vice President Kamala Harris, and it was less than stellar turnout yesterday. There was a lot of empty space in that room. So he's going to have to try and drum up getting people out to actually vote in this election.
Pat, Kimberly mentioned the polls, and we've seen them tightening up in a number of races. We haven't seen or heard about that happening in the governor's race, though. You put the over-under at 10, but you still take the under on that.
Yeah, about 7.5. And I agree with Kimberly. The problem for the Democrats this time around is there's just not much enthusiasm for them to get out and vote. And you're seeing a lot of Republican enthusiasm in the suburban collar areas because there's a lot of hotly contested races out there. So I think this race will be closer than everybody thinks it would have been. And I think the closer that Darren Bailey can make it, the better off the Republican Party and whole is going to be.
All right, let's shift to Congress here. The balance of power we've talked about. Many think that the Republicans will take the House back. In the 6th congressional race, incumbent Democrat Sean Casten running against Republican Keith Pekow, the mayor of Orland Park. And prior to this election cycle, it included a huge chunk of more progressive north and northwest suburbs, but the district now made up largely of the west and southwest suburbs with a more conservative lean. So, Kimberly, let's start with you on this one. We talked a little bit about this earlier in our coverage with you, that if Sean Casten loses this district, it might be as much on the Illinois legislature, which redrew that district. Do you agree?
Yeah, so this was not a very good example of how to redraw a district because basically Sean Casten had to reintroduce himself to everyone in this district, which this would be, he was the first Democrat to actually represent the 6th congressional district in a long, long time. Pete Roscoe, of course, he beat Pete Roscoe, who was a Republican who actually served in the Illinois Senate back when I used to work there. So to redraw the district and not be 100% sure that you're going to make sure that those people are on your side and you're not going to have to introduce yourself and go through all of that. He had a very tough primary. He's had a lot that he's gone through. His daughter passed away during the primary, et cetera. This is going to be a nail biter. I think this is going to be a very interesting down to the wire race.
Well, Pat, turning to you now, we know that last Friday we had some heavy hitters from Washington in town, the president and the leader of the minority party. But we also, over the weekend, saw $1.8 million being poured in to Pekow from a GOP-led PAC. So considering that amount of money at this short of notice, do you think that really means that they believe that this could go to the GOP?
I think they believe, in conventional wisdom, is it has tightened up. I'm not one that agrees that this district is necessarily worse for Sean Casten. When that district was drawn for Peter Roscoe in 2010, those north and northwest suburbs were pretty good for Republicans. And in this district, what they did, even though it's less of the district that he had before, I mean, numbers-wise, voter-wise, that district was won by Maureen Newman prior to that, who was pretty far left. So I think there's a lot of good territory for Sean Casten in there, but I do believe the race has tightened up. Speaker to be McCarthy was in town Friday, was at the event, and they dumped a bunch of money into it. It might be too little too late, but again, if that district goes Democrat nationally, you're probably going to see a 50 to 55 seat pickup for the Republicans. That would be a part of a wave.
Pat, quickly on the way out here, and Kimberly, let's start with you, Pat. There are 5 Republicans in the Illinois congressional delegation right now. There will be 3 after Kinzinger and Rodney Davis are out. How many Republicans will be in the delegation after tomorrow?
Not sure, but these races have tightened up. I think that Scott Greider's got a real chance to beat Lauren Underwood in 14. That district goes back to Republicans since the 1860s. I think that Catalina Luft's got a real shot against Bill Foster in the 11th. And this, I think of these 3 I'm going to mention, the 3rd being the 6th, I think Pekow's probably the biggest reach. But if it's a national wave, Republicans could have a pretty big night and pick up some seats. And Esther Joy King will probably win out in 17, so Republicans could have a pretty good night.
Kimberly, on the way out, how many do you think they have?
This is why tomorrow night is going to be so great, because I totally disagree with Pat on this. I think that Lauren Underwood holds her seat. I think that Bill Foster holds his seat. I will concede that Esther Joy King, because I don't think they supported the correct Democratic nominee in that one. So we'll just have to see. It's going to be a great night.